Well, the sunrise is coming up, and sometimes there's mist coming off the lake, and you head out there, and it just has that little crispness in the air, and there's nothing in the world like it. It's like heaven on earth.
Well, I think pretty much like everybody does. First the better, and then if you're hanging around that long bedding, then you develop an interest, and you see people standing in this environment. We're now in what was the winter circle here at Fort Erie, and of course it was always a wish that perhaps you one day could be there as well. And so that's really how I got started, and you know, with having two sons involved as well, and one that became a trainer, that kind of pushed the process along. Well, I'm sure my employers think it's a 5-day-a-week job, but for one reason or another, I seem to make a 7-day-a-week job of it. Kids are all raised, and my wife working here in the gift shop as well, so we seem to have a lot of time on our hands, and I spend most of it here. Well, as Director of Operations, I have all of the managers of the different departments here at the track that report to me directly. And that, of course, includes mutuals and simulcasting and security and communications. Marketing aspect of it is something that I continue to handle. Also Director of Racing, so I have the Racing Secretary that reports to me. So it's pretty much everything that you see that happens here at the track. I have a very strong team of managers here that have been here for years. And of course the employees are second to none. So that's the team that pulls it off every day. Well, I'll share with you that the money that's needed to run this racetrack is in excess of $22 million a year. And 87% of our wagering comes from off-track. And that industry-wide is a very low percentage revenue generator, i.e. only 3%. 1.5% goes to the purse account, 1.5% to the track operator. Conversely, on track, for a wager placed on track, which represents only 13% of our business today, we're working on 18 to 20 cent dollars on track. So, but the fact of the matter is the business today is off track. So that's what we have to accept, and we've added some new markets. The Fort Erie Signal, or Fort Erie Racing, is now, today as we're sitting here, being seen in California and New York City and Chicago and different parts of Florida and pretty much all across North America, out to British Columbia and Montreal. So it's a much different world, horse racing today, than it was just 10 short years ago.
Well, Fort Erie is just a fantastic spot to come out and enjoy the afternoon. I mean, we've got everything you need, and we've got free parking and, of course, free admission. Bring the family, jump in the car, and I think you can see behind me a great picnic area, and you know, burgers and fries and hot dogs, and we've got the popcorn and pop and everything you need, and of course, you know, the other beverages and dining rooms. So anybody can come out and enjoy a day at Fort Erie. I don't think there's a better job anywhere. I just get up in the morning. I can't wait, you know, to get to the track. You come in, it's something different every day. I always compare to say that I'm not, you know, sitting in an office every day and, you know, doing kind of the same thing. Every race is different. I get to look out at a beautiful infield and the lakes out there in the infield, and of course the scenery. I can see Niagara Falls from my booth. So, you know, it's a great spot, and the people are fantastic. You know, you get to see the racing fans as you come in each day and chat with those people. And of course the horsemen I get to know over the years, the trainers, the jockeys, the owners, and all the stories and the excitement. I mean, how do you beat this?
There's nothing I'd rather do. I wouldn't change places. As tough as it is, you know, you always got a dream. And a lot of things in life, you're kind of stuck with what you got. But this one, there's always tomorrow. There's always this we're hoping this one turns out good. That little baby that took to the gate for got her, well, she'd get okay today, but she's an inch from getting it. She looks like she might be better than average. And you know, all my life I've seen people that live probably a few years longer than they might have because, you know, as long as they owned a horse or a baby. Yeah, it's just knowing that tomorrow might bring you something special, you know.
The racing secretary has to be a politician first and foremost, to deal with about 160 trainers back there and about 400 or 500 owners. And his first challenge is to get an inventory of horses back there, which for us is about 1,200 head. And then, of course, they run in between the claiming prices of $5,000 to $18,000. So they all find their own level there, and all the races are all written in those different claiming levels. If you have a horse that has a lot of talent and you happen to put him or her into a $5,000 claiming race, the likelihood of somebody else taking your horse would be pretty likely. So therefore it's the claiming prices really that evaluate where the horse is run. You know, we look around and we see at the end of the day perhaps the on-track handle was down 10%, but then we look at our signal sales and that's up 25%. So at the end of the day, as we sit here today, wagering on Fort Erie over the first part of the season is up over 25% from last year. So we're not crying all the way to the bank because those are only 1.5 or 3 cent dollars, but nonetheless, there probably isn't another racetrack in North America that speak to that kind of expansion of business over the course of year to date. But I think the opportunity to generate the revenue will ensure the fact that horse racing will be here for a long time.